All right. Excuse me. So this morning, I want to talk about a few options. On if you're thinking about getting a supercharged F1, I'm not awake yet, so I was just thinking about it this morning, and I was thinking about people that are thinking about getting a F150. I'm sorry, I'm not awake. F shit. Let me put on my seatbelt. Hang on. All right. So if you're thinking about getting a F-150 supercharged, there's a few ways that you can do it. What we're in right now is a 2023, that same truck, F-150, two-wheel drive, 5.0 supercharged. There's a few ways you can do this. You can, this is the way I did it and why I did it this way. So you can buy the truck, you go to, this is kind of what I pictured happen. Ford basically, you had the dealerships that were marking up vehicles and, causing a lot of drama, and basically, I'm not saying giving Ford a bad name. I understand supply and demand, and if someone's willing to pay it, blah, blah, blah. I get it. Capitalism. I get it. I'm not upset about it. If you got the money and someone doesn't, well, there you are. But Ford said, this is the way I feel. I don't know what they said. Ford said, no worries, customers. We're going to build this app, and you can build your own vehicle. Obviously, if you Google, what is it? Build my Ford. I don't know what the hell. Just something along those lines. You can enter the Ford app or the Ford website, and basically you can spec out your truck. You can see what options they offer. For instance, on this 2023, they offered the V8, of course, the 5.0. They also offered the steepest gear ratio they offered in an XL package was a 331 ratio. But they also offered a push button posi, which I thought was really cool. Because basically what I wanted to do is, I know a lot of people talk about the hot rod era, muscle car era is over. But I tell you what, that's a bunch of crap. It's the absolute best time ever in the history of automotive. Hands down, the best time to build a hot rod. Cars are faster. It's just amazing what you can order from the factory. So anyway, back to this. On the website, you can pick your color, pick whatever it shows you, and then basically you send a order directly to Ford, to the assembly line, and they confirm your order. They send you updates. It's pretty cool, and it cuts all the BS out. You never even have to go to the dealership. It's just really awesome, and that's what I've done a couple of times. I ordered a new Bronco that way, and I ordered this that way. So the different ways that you can end up with a supercharged truck is, one, you can build the truck that way. There's a code on it, and I tried to Google it before I started making this video, so I'm half-assing this video, but I think it's a 770 option. I'm not sure, but basically you can pick the option to have the supercharger installed. I don't know if they do it on the assembly line or if they have a separate little facility that does it. I'm not sure how they do it, but basically it comes that way. It comes with the wheels and tires, a supercharger, and a little stripe down the side. I wasn't going that route. I like a sleeper car. I don't know how to say it. I'm married, right? I'm not trying to zoom the young chicks. I'm not trying to be flashy. I'm not trying to, that's just not my style. When it comes down to it, it's what's inside and the outside. I don't know. I mean, I don't want it to look like hell, but at the same time, I'm not trying to, I don't know. I think it's more, if you get beat by a stock looking grandpa truck that looked like he's about to go deliver hay to the cattle, you know what I mean? It hurts a little more. It just stings a little bit more. So I just think that's hilarious. And so that's why I chose to do what I did. So now there's also dealerships out there. You can, they already have the supercharger on there, so they install it there at the dealership. You can get a 2-wheel drive base version. I think they're around 46. Okay, it comes with the Roush supercharger. They also claim 705 horsepower. So the numbers all line up. You know, I didn't want to go that route either. The Whipple, the Ford Performance Whipple supercharger I bought at the dealership. I actually ended up spending more money. I spent, I think, $95 for the supercharger. Forgot what they charged to install it. It was a little more than you always want to pay. You know how that is. But I think it was $2,000. I don't know what they charged, I'll be honest with you. But they also did like the spark plugs and different things on it. So there were some other things that I got them to do while they were there. Because you want to go to a colder plug. It's just safer. It takes the heat out of the cylinder and puts it more towards the exhaust with a colder plug. So it's a known performance thing, so you want to do it. I would recommend it, but you can do what you want. But so either you can order it. I think it's a $15,000 option. That was another thing. It's like, well, you know, for 15 grand, and again, you can look it up. I didn't like the wheels. You know, the wheels, I just couldn't do it, man. You know, I'm 52. You know, if I was a younger man, my 20s, maybe 30s, all right. But I'm just not. I'm at a stage where I like the performance, and I don't care about flashy wheels. I say that, and then my other vehicles have all these nice wheels, but in a performance type thing, and there's nothing wrong with nice wheels. Don't get me wrong. Just for me, it's not happening. So I wanted to go with a Whipple. So I did have problems with the Whipple, as you know, in my other videos. You know, when I first got it, it was rattling pretty bad. It sounded like it was about to explode. Let me tell you about Whipple. Whipple doesn't mess around. They took care of me. They made it right. They fixed the issue. The world's not perfect, and if you're expecting it to be, you're in for a long, hard road. The world's not perfect. In fact, it's pretty imperfect. People are imperfect, and companies are imperfect. But what matters is they make it right. And no, Whipple's not paying me to kiss their ass. Anyway, I'm talking, they were over the top in customer service. I'm all about customer service, and it was top of the line customer service. The truck runs great now. It's no issues. I've got just almost 1,200 miles on it now. Yeah, so you got a few options. The three options are, well, there's more than three options, but these are the basic three options. You want to maintain factory warranty, at least till you get to 36,000 miles or 3 years. That's the warranty on it. If you stay within certain guidelines, that'll continue to happen. So one, you can buy the truck, install the supercharger yourself, or have an authorized shop do it. I recommend the dealership, because what you can get into is the supercharger fails, then it messes up the engine. They say, no, it was the installer. Ford says it was the installer says it was Ford, and you're going to be in a bad situation where no one wants to cover it. Don't put yourself in that situation. If you get it done all at the dealership, I bought this part at the dealership, I got it installed at the dealership, I bought the vehicle from the dealership. There's a problem, you go back to the dealership. You can do it how you want, but you're going to get yourself in a jam if anything goes wrong. So however you want to do it, I don't think there's anything wrong with Roush. I'm sure it's good products. I just know that Whipple and Ford Performance, I went with that because I thought it was the best that was available. Of course, there was problems, but that's okay. I would still, if I had to do it again, I would do it the same way. So anyway, I guess I'm gonna wrap up this video on where I'm at. I wanted to do some pull runs so you could hear it, but I also want to mention on your exhaust, I went with medium. You can go quiet. The factory exhaust is way too quiet, but if you get a medium, in other words, don't go super loud. I think I made another video on the exhaust, and I talk about that, but you want to hear the supercharger and you want to hear the exhaust. It's just a great combination. So all right, well, I'm here where I've got to do my stuff, but yeah, so those are your three options. Buy your truck. Now we can get into the 2-wheel drive and 4-wheel drive debate on another video. It's pretty simple. To me, it's less parasitic draw on a 2-wheel drive. If the suspension is set up, it's going to be faster. Of course, you're going to need tire, you're going to need suspension, but I don't know, all-wheel drive is pretty cool too, though. So I don't know, that's kind of up to you. Okay, well, hopefully this helps.